bit of drift. In this video, we're at Pembrey circuit in South Wales to watch 1200 horsepower trucks racing around the circuit. So this is the British Truck Racing Championship. Today is a test day, but they are coming here on the 17th and 18th of May to race here for 2 days. There will be lots of races throughout the weekend. There will also be Convoy Cymru, a truck festival. It's going to be absolutely splendid, but oh my God, I can't believe how quick these things are. And the noise. So let's find out more about these amazing vehicles and their drivers. So here comes one of the rig. Well, actually, we've got the race truck just coming in that we've just been watching going round. And behind us, an Atkinson, Seddon Atkinson. Very unusual. Gonna give way to the race truck. Here it gives. Look at that. And I love the trailers on these things. So you've got this living area on the back, and then the truck is just riding here on the back of the trailer. Just slots in. I think that's lovely. What's going on then?
It's gone out the first bit of test, it's got a slight gearbox problem, but this is what the test is for. We've been right up against it. We run two trucks, I drive and Archie drives. You have to leave the other truck at home. We've got Brands Action, so the race ain't even finished.
Oh gosh.
So Monday night, Sunday night, we got come to the range and just went, we could either both maybe not make it, or just get one going. So we got this going, and this is what happened.
And that's how it's repaid you?
Yeah. But that's what testing is all about, you know.
Yeah.
He's my son Archie, he's only his youngest driver, so he started at 18, so get him out. I've done loads of testing, I've raced for years, you know, so let's
get involved.
Yeah. This is what it's all about.
Yeah, so why is this truck?
A Volvo, this is
a Volvo?
Yeah, Paddy Max old truck.
The Volvo engine as well?
No, that's a Cummins.
Oh, okay, someone said there was a Cummins here.
Yeah. Cummins.
Beautiful, big old turbo. How much power do you think she's putting out?
This is probably about 1,000, something like that. This one's a bit lower than the others, but it's a good old reliable.
Yeah, it's not often 1,000 horsepower is a bit low.
No.
Brilliant.
It is low to the others.
Yeah. Well, good luck getting it sorted.
No problem.
Yeah, this is the front of the Volvo we were just looking at the back of. Look at the air intakes. These two massive cone filters. That is sucking in some air. Brilliant. So more running repairs. The turbo pipe has blown off on this one. We've been told earlier some of them kicking out about 50 psi, so quite a lot. So generally these trucks are putting out somewhere in the region of 1,200 horsepower. This one just starting up, perfect timing. But it effectively is a normal truck engine. There's a lot of MAN engines. The factory actually gets involved in building the engines, because there's a European series, there's American race series as well. So some of the trucks have come over from the European series, which is why you kind of get the bonneted look. Not so common on UK trucks, but phenomenal power. There's thousands of Newton meters of torque to a back end where the diff effectively is welded. It's a locked diff. So to go around the bends, they actually try and actively encourage the inside wheels to lift, so they get that bit of spin to get around the tight corners. But yeah, it's an engine that's fundamentally a truck engine. It's got steel pistons rather than aluminium, and obviously they've turned up the fueling and the boost with quite a lot of specialised components. And behind it is a fairly standard gearbox. So some of these will be 16 speed, although apparently they only use 3, maybe 4 at the very most of those gears out on track, because obviously most of those gears are for hauling heavy loads up steep hills. They're not necessary. But similarly, you can't just take gears out. It all needs to be there to make it work. And another thing that's important is the silhouette of the truck. It must look like a normal road truck. So they've all got, I think, a fiberglass replica of the shoe that the trailer connects with. So they've got to have that, even though it serves no purpose whatsoever. What a fascinating series. So we've just discovered but we're in the right car today. When the truck racing is here on the 17th and 18th of May, the Classic 2CV Racing Club will also be here. I think we're going to have to come down to this one. It's going to be a lot of fun. We can't do the Sunday, but we can do the Saturday. So maybe we'll come check out 2CV racing and truck racing in the same weekend on the same circuit. Not at the same time. I think they do have separate bits, but there's going to be 2 20-minute races for the 2CVs and a 90-minute enduro over the course of the weekend. And I think there's going to be several truck races over the weekend as well. They try and get 5 races out of a race circuit visit. So going to be a lot of action of very different types. So coming round at us at the moment is 10 times championship winner Stuart Oliver. So there's steam pouring off the brakes. They have water-cooled brakes. Can you imagine the weights involved? 5-ton trucks coming to a stop every corner. So I think this one actually is an MAN. Look at it go. You can feel the thunder in your chest as they go past. Oh gosh. Stuart's definitely attacking that one. Ho ho ho! So now with Stuart Oliver, who has won the championship 10 times, is it?
Right, yeah.
So I thought it'd be interesting to discuss, how on earth did you get into this in the first place?
Cutting a long story short, my background, my whole life's been involved in trucks, road transport, so I plunged to a busman's holiday, bought a second-hand old race truck, did my odds test, got my race licence, came here for my first event in 1998.
Oh wow.
And baptism of fire from there, and just, you know, sort of just progressed from there really.
Brilliant. And what is the history of your truck? Is it always raced in this country, or is it raced elsewhere?
No, this truck was built by a MKR in Czech Republic.
Oh, okay.
Back in 2008. I acquired it in 2017 and ran it and altered it and ran it and rebuilt it, and so it had a different cab. It was what they call a cab over, which is a more conventional.
Yeah, right on the front.
Right on the front. And then I brought that cab from North America, which is a Volvo VNL cab.
Yeah.
And bonnets and panels and everything, and sort of altered it to make it something a little bit different to the norm. So I know every nut and bolt on it. We just rebuilt it over the winter because
is this the first test session for the season, effectively?
Right, yeah, that's
oh,
right.
Wow.
Every nut and bolt was off that over the winter.
Wow.
Because it was badly twisted after a crash at Thruxton, so it's had a lot of work.
Yeah. And what's the mechanical spec on this one?
It's an MAN diesel engine, based on what they call the sort of D26 diesel engine, which is a biggish one of what the MAN do in their road trucks.
Yeah, so what capacity?
In a road truck, that engine's probably about 600, 480, 500, up to sort of 600 horsepower.
Yeah,
it's a 6-cylinder diesel engine, diesel turbocharged and intercooled, and it modified. We changed the camshaft, changed the pistons, changed the injection system, and you know, the fuel pressure is a lot higher in that than in a road truck. And then the electronics that control the injection system, they're all, you know, quite fancy. So that boosts it from a road truck performance of about 500, 600 horsepower to 1200 horsepower. Oh. But it's 5,000 newton meters of torque. So
blimey.
Because the maximum RPM is sort of 2,800, 2,900, because the diesel engine, obviously, it works different to a petrol, you rely a lot more on your torque. So 5,000 newton meters of torque is is significant, you know.
Yeah.
So power to weight ratio, it's 5.3 tons, but 1,200 horsepower. So it's as good as
They go well. Yeah.
it's as good as a good sports car, you know.
Yeah, and I was talking to Cameron earlier saying you've got effectively a 16-speed gearbox, but you barely use any of it.
That's right. Yeah, it's a 16-speed manual gearbox, but the way that the gearboxes work, you have to have all them gears in because they do more than just one job. So, you know, what one actual gear in the gearbox could make first gear work, but you also needed to make third gear work, and you know, vice versa. So you can't just take them out; they all have to be in there. But
So is it a splitter gearbox?
yes, so you've got 4/4 with a splitter, which sounds complicated. Which is basically you've got 4 gear positions in low, 4 gear positions in high, but in between that you've got a button. You've got a button to go from low to high, then you've got a half button, which is what we call a splitter, to give you 16. So you've got 4/4, which is 8, and then you've got a half gear in between to double that up to 16.
So are you bothering to split in these? No, you're just going for the main.
You sort of at Pembrey here, and you know, it's coming out of Hatchets, you can go 1.5 down and 1.5 up. So basically you're flicking the splitter button and doing a shift, which goes down 1.5 gears, and then you flick and come back up 1.5 gears. But
because you go belting down the back here into the hairpin.
100 mile an hour down there. So it's quite quite a spectacle. It's, and then water cooled brakes, which is what we're on with at the minute. We've got a little bit of a teething problem there, but
you may see from the footage of this going around earlier, it was really steaming and brakes just sticking on a bit.
That's right.
So extra heat to get rid of.
That's right. Yeah. So you don't need that. You know, you don't need anything slowing you down more than what you need to be slowed down. So, but no, you know, it's like I say, it's had a total rebuild over winter, and this is its first run. So. Quite happy with it up to now.
And in terms of running costs, I don't want a big figure because I imagine you don't want to add the bills up, but you know, how much does it cost for a set of tyres, and how many races do you get out of a set of tyres?
Eight tyre is GT, who are our sort of they sponsor the championship with the tyres, so they sort of subsidise the cost of the tyres. But even so, one tyre is £345.
Oh, blimey. So and you got 6 of them.
You got 6 of them
before you've even gone racing.
That's right. So on average, you're using probably 4 a weekend.
Oh, blimey.
So, you know,
4 sets?
No, 4 tyres.
4 tyres.
Yeah, you can put them on the front, wear them down a bit, then put them on the back and finish them off. So you can.
So you're rotating
like
them
your
around.
car, you can rotate the worn ones round. You know. So.
Well, thank you very much, and I hope you have good luck getting your brakes sorted out.
Fingers crossed.
See you in action later on.
All right. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Cheers now. Thank you.
So now with Ryan Smith, the current champion, and the current champion for the past 9 years.
9
is that
years,
right?
yeah.
So people like to win the truck racing championship consistently, it would seem.
Yeah.
So what is your machine? Because as a relative novice, I'm coming in, I don't really.
So this is a Daimler Freightliner. Daimler obviously own Mercedes. Northside are a Mercedes franchise.
Okay.
So that's where the relationship built. We used to race for MAM.
Okay.
And then the sponsorship opportunity comes, so we built this truck in 2023. And this has won the championship for the last 2 years.
Blimey. So what's the engine on this one?
It's a self-build MAN D26. Just the technology's there.
It seems to be the engine of choice.
It's the engine of choice, reliability and stuff at the minute, but we are developing the Mercedes engine. We're just working on fueling and fuel system and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's fantastic.
Wow. And what does it take to be so successful at truck racing? What is the secret?
I think you just have to. You've got to. My philosophy is everybody's amazing at something. Not everybody finds it. I think with just truck racing, I think I've just found something that I'm really good at, because I'm not very good at much else. But truck racing, I seem pretty good. And
so, what's your racing background? Has it always been trucks?
No, I did a little bit of drifting.
Oh yeah.
And then this was my first track. You know, I've tested other formulas as well, but yeah, this is I found my home, and I think you touched on it earlier. You know, the people when they do this, they seem to stay here and want to win, and I'm still lit from the first day I did it to now. I'm still up for it, and I'm enjoying it. So yeah, long may it continue.
Brilliant. And are you looking forward to the championship getting underway? Is it Brands Hatch?
A few regulations changed. So I've got a success restrictor, so that means I have to run with a 63mm restrictor. probably 250 horsepower, which is a lot.
Yeah.
Especially from the starts, that'll be a little bit worrying for safety-wise when trucks behind you have got
That's
a lot
just
more.
designed to keep it nice and close.
It's to keep it close, but you know, everyone should be on the restrictors, not just that. But you know, we're up for the challenge. The fire in the belly still. We'll be giving it maximum effort and trying to make it 10 in a row.
Brilliant. So aside from the restrictor, is it completely free on what you can do to the engines?
Not really.
No.
There is regulations, so the axle regulations, the weight regulations, even down to the fifth wheel to the back of the cab, 2,500 millimetres. There's a height regulation, there's a bottom of the cab. It's very technical, and they have to be built to a set of regulations, but we will abide by the regulations, and we will still try and come out on top.
Brilliant. Well, good luck for the next season. Let's see if we can make it 10.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. A quick shout out for the food in the Formula One restaurant. Delicious. Look at the camber on these things. Love it. That's your traditional MAN. This one's good old Cummins. Does that mean you can put that engine in a Routemaster? Oh, she was going out for another go. And the real beauty is you'll be able to get up close and personal with these trucks at Pembrey because the truck festival and the racing trucks will be on the other side of the pits. We're on the inner pit apron at the moment. There's a secondary area which is where these fabulous beasts are going to be. So you will be able to get up close and have a look. Just obviously make sure you're not getting in the way. Be careful, there will be moving vehicles, but you will be able to get up close and personal with the trucks. Oh, now the sun's shining, out they come. Oh. That blue one's very noisy. It's not very quick, but it's very noisy. Oh, here goes Ryan again. Obviously they won't be going this quick through the paddock when there's people about. But because today's a testing day, they can get things warmed up. Yeah. So the driver of this very, very noisy blue and silver truck is 23 years old, and a few weeks ago he had his first drive ever of a racing truck. Fair play, he was flying. So I'm wearing overalls, I have a helmet, and there is a racing lorry behind me. It can mean only one thing. I'm going out for laps in a racing truck. Dave Jenkins is taking me out in this one, which in typical HubNut fashion was a bit broken, but it's all right. They fixed it, they've assured me it's great. Dave's going to go out and do some hot laps in it while the tyres are cold, because apparently that's the best time. And then he's taking me out for a bit of a run. So this should be interesting. Oh blimey, what have I let myself in for? braking into the hairpin. My days. Oh, bit of drift, bit of drift. It just feels like we're defying physics. To the right. Whoa. Testing the level. Someone coming out to play.
I'm gonna get some.
That was amazing. You just don't expect something that big to go around bends that fast. That was absolutely astonishing. So huge thanks to Dave and the team for letting me take a passenger ride. That was incredible. Yeah, you don't expect them to move around quite as much.
No, it's that move. I've seen you once or twice when I jammed the brakes and like you think, oh!
Yeah. Well, I couldn't brace myself because I was holding the camera,
Yeah.
relying just on the belt.
I've had the misfortune of having a couple of passenger rides over the years. It's not a pleasant experience.
That was nicer than my last one.
Yeah?
Yeah, my last one was a Mazda MX-5.
Yeah.
That was horrible.
So you're going to write some good things about us then, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah? Good.
Yeah,
Well,
thank you very much.
No problem at all.
Oof.
Oh, there he is. Going for it. Yay! Back in action after a lot of repairs. So, yeah, I can highly recommend coming here to Pembrey, 17th, 18th of May, to see trucks racing, 2CV racing, and much more. It's going to be a spectacular weekend. Hopefully, we will see you there. Just before you go, don't forget you can head to the HubNut store, check the description below, and we shall see you in a future video. Farewell! I mean, they're kind of going pachu.